Looks like we have Lady Grey, who's wearing a witch's hat, and Miss Liz, who also have a witch's hat, and me that have no hat at all. And Halloween is October 31st, and we're going to do a really quick show on satisfying villains' deaths. Please, if you're watching, please like, please subscribe. We will appreciate it. And we're going to go right into it because we got the trick or treaters coming and we're going to hand out candy. All right, the first satisfying villain death is from Shrek, Lord Farquaad. You know, the whole movie, he was just bad. You know, he didn't really love Fiona. He was going to kill her or lock her away. When he died, when the dragon ate him, it was just funny. And he deserved it. That's really all I need to say. Lady Grey, Laura Farquaad.
Oh, that it was awesome because he was mid sentence and then the dragon came in. Whoop, it was just like yes, it was really cool. That was very satisfying and hilarious.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely hilarious. Miss Liz.
Yeah, I like the fact that he became a dragon snack.
I wonder how he tasted.
I'm amazed he didn't spit him out.
True that, true that. Great movie. I never actually saw it in the movie theater. I don't know how Mark and I missed it, but we own it, and one of our favorite movies. So it was really good. All right, another villain death, and I'm actually not watching the right one now, but is Chang from Star Trek. We all here, we love Star Trek. His little, his speech, it was just, there's Chang now. It was good, when, his ship exploded. Ha ha ha. It was just great. Kirk at his best. What do you think about Chang, Miss Liz from Star Trek?
Oh, I love Chang. And I was sad that he had to die because he was a very honorable Klingon. But, and I also like the actor a lot too. So I think they did a marvelous job with Chang.
It's
And I'm
funny
going
that
to
you
leave it
said that.
there.
It's funny that you said that. I've always liked that he died, but you're right. If they would have continued with his character, he would have been interesting. Very, very interesting. Lady Grey, do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, so when an actor does such a good job that you simultaneously love and hate him at the same time, that says a lot. So yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
definitely, definitely. Um, Next person on my list is from now. Even though this is villain devs, we're doing it on Halloween. This movie, and my husband will kill me, is one of my favorite Christmas movies. And yes, Die Hard is a
A
Christmas
Christmas movie.
movie.
Yes.
When Hans fell off the building,
My God, yes.
what I understand, he was supposed to fall on three. They gave him two. So that facial expression is him like thinking and saying, oh crap. And that's probably not the word that he said, but it was good. He was a bad guy. He was a smooth bad guy. And when he fell, it was just funny. Miss Liz, what do you think about Hans?
Well, I love the actor, first of all. He's one of my all time favorite people. And oh my God, did he do a great job. And yes, that's one of the classic fall off the building look on the face. I mean, it was marvelous.
Yes. Yes. Great, great. Lady Grey, Die
I
Hard,
mean,
Christmas movie on Halloween.
oh, definitely a Christmas movie, but I mean, nobody plays a complicated bad guy you love to hate better than Alan Rickman. And he just did such a good job in that role, and especially when, from everything I've ever heard about him, he was actually really a genuinely nice guy. That he, I think it just speaks volumes to how good an actor he was, that it made you cheer when he finally fell off that building. So very very satisfying villain death by an amazing actor.
Yes, yes. I watch it every time it comes on. It's funny. John McClane is, killing people, and it's Christmas. But I agree, totally agree. All right, we are doing satisfying villain deaths, and the next person on my list is General Zod. Now, I like the General Zod, Man of Steel. I felt bad for Superman. Kind of go and get his coat a little bit. However, I do think Superman needed to end him. We knew what he was going to do, and not that I'm promoting deaths, but this was definitely a needed death. Miss Liz, do you agree or disagree?
I totally agree. That guy was never going to stop trying to destroy the world for his own nefarious purposes, and he couldn't care less about the humans or the Earth or Superman for that matter. All he cared about was getting. He wanted he wanted his planet back, and he was willing to do anything to do it. And he hadn't a stitch of humility or sympathy or anything. Yes, he definitely needed to die.
Definitely, definitely. And Lady Gray.
I mean, I think the arrogance was what did it, because humans were so beneath him that he didn't even consider us, didn't even think we deserved consideration. And that was what ultimately made him such a villain, so much of a villain that you love to hate. That he just didn't care. We didn't matter.
True, true. Now, I want to ask, considering we know what happened to his home planet, Krypton, and he had you have that ability to go to another planet and possibly change the planet. Ms. Liz, what would you have done differently than what General Zod did?
Well, I wouldn't pick planet that I would not pick a planet that had living species on it, because I would not steal their planet to make my planet, because I wouldn't do such a thing. Even if I did have the power to do it, I would make sure that I picked a planet that was not going to harm any other living species, if, as it were.
Great answer. It's an answer that we want to hear. Lady Gray?
I agree with Miss Liz, and as infinite as the galaxy is, he could have found another planet out there that where he wouldn't bring harm to anybody, and I think he just chose this one because this is where Superman was, and he was going to punish Superman because Superman cared about the people of Earth.
Oh, okay. All right. Great answers. Great answers. We're not that bad on Halloween today, I see. This movie is animals. It's about lions, and it is 1994's Lion King. Scar. Man, he killed his brother, was trying to kill his nephew. He totally messed up the Prime Lands, had the hyenas come and do what they did to the lands. Man, he was just bad. Jealousy, one of the reasons. And yeah, he was just bad. And when, the hyenas came in and got him at the end, Woo, that was good. Now the camera turned over, so you didn't actually see it, even though Disney is good for showing a silhouette. But Patricia, who's now joining us, we're discussing satisfying villain deaths, and we're on 1994 Lion King, and we're talking about Scar.
All
What
right.
did you think when Scar died in the Lion King?
It was well deserved. He was kind of a jackass to everybody around him.
Definitely deserved to be a goner. Definitely,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
Miss Liz, Scar.
Oh, he deserved it. And he didn't even treat the hyenas well either. He used them for his own nefarious purposes. And that's the reason they killed him, is because they found out he had about as much use for them as he did for anybody else. And as far as he was concerned, when he was done with them, he was going to, you know. So he kind of got what he deserved, because he made his own bed and he had to lie in it.
True, true. And I'm going to ask you another question, Miss Liz. Do you think the hyena should have knew that, considering what he did to his own family? Why do you think they actually thought, he was going to do that to them?
Oh, he would have. I
Definitely.
think he would have, because he uh he, he even said so right there, that they were sniveling, not even worth, living, whatever. And that's they heard it, they saw, okay, you know, and yes, and I think Jeremy Irons did a wonderful job
Agreed,
playing the
agreed,
character.
agreed, agreed. Lady Gray?
I mean, he was just such an egomaniac, but then like leaders of cults and whatnot are like that too, where they can convince people to do horrible things because they make it seem like a good idea. And he had that skill, and he was able to convince the hyenas that, oh, I won't turn on you even though I've turned on everybody else. And so when you see somebody like that who gets their just desserts, it's always very satisfying.
True, true. Okay. Next movie I have is The Mummy. But I'm actually going to talk about Benny in The Mummy, not the mummy itself, and this is a scene right here before those beautiful, beautiful bugs were about to eat him alive. Benny was, raunchy and bad from the beginning. And when he died, I remember going to the movies and seeing this and thinking, yeah, he definitely deserved his uppance. And I think Rachel Weisz's character actually said that in the movie. And his light is going out, and they just attack, and you don't see it. You just hear the. I think that's perfect. He totally deserved that. Patricia, have you seen this version of the Mummy? And if you
Yep.
did,
Yep. He was a slimy little sleazeball who deserved everything that he got, and the scarabs probably had a tummy ache after eating him.
probably. Lady Gray?
Definitely, and when Evie, earlier in the movie, like you said, where she said, slimy little toads, like you always get justice in the end, you knew that was foreshadowing that he was going to come to a very bad end, and he definitely did, and it was just what he deserved. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
it was.
Terrifying, but awesome.
Definitely, definitely. All right, this movie came out in 1975. And this creature, animal of the sea, he exploded. He was electrocuted. He's exploded again, and he was even killed by a boat spear. I am talking about Jaws. Just hearing the special effects, the song to this movie just scared me.
Oh,
I still love to swim now,
oh,
but
no.
you know, Jaws was really big. We don't talk about that last movie, but scary. And each time Jaws died, I was like, yes. Now, Lady Gray, were you like, yes? And are you afraid to swim in the ocean because of this movie?
I'm not really afraid to swim in the ocean because of the movie. No, actually, funnily, this is one um, I have on DVD that we keep in our camper. And whenever we go camping next to the water or next to a lake or something, a lot of times we'll watch Jaws just because it's fun to watch Jaws when you're sitting next to the ocean. Um, I don't know if that's twisted or not, but yeah, that was one. Those guys definitely had to work to kill him.
Yeah.
He was not easy to kill, and it's one of my favorite movies. I'll just put on sometimes when I'm just looking for something to watch, and I don't know why. Yeah.
Definitely. Every time it comes on, if I'm not
Hmm.
watching anything, I'll turn to Jaws.
Yep.
Patricia, I don't think I've asked you about Jaws yet, have I?
No, it was a
No.
good movie. Good, good music scores running through there, and I think for all the damage Jaws caused, he got what he deserved in the end.
Definitely, definitely. And Miss Liz.
I only saw the first one once, and I never saw any of the other ones. And yes, the music, John Williams is really good.
Yes.
But nope, I never saw any of the ones. I thought once was enough.
Okay. And speaking of John Williams, I think Disney is doing. I can't think I mentioned it when we talked about them months ago on another podcast. I think Disney is about to do a history or life of him, and if I recall my dates, I think it's on November 2nd on the Disney Channel. So
Yes.
definitely watch if you get an opportunity to. Let's see now because tonight is Halloween and we're going to do a short show. I have one more movie that I would like to mention, even though I have other movies on my list. And we have some Harry Potter fans, and that's why this is going to be my last one. And I actually have two people on this. Um, Dolores Umbridge,
Oh yes.
and I have Helena Carter. Um,
Bellatrix.
Oh my God.
Now I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. I'm sorry. I've seen all the movies, but I'm not a big fan of them. But I do remember this bee, and she was just evil. Definitely deserved what happened to her. And I'm going to go to Miss Patricia first. What did you think? Did she deserve what she got?
Dolores, yes, she did. She was a sugar coated, definitely B to the max. And I loved when Ron's mom took out Bellatrix when she said, "Not my daughter, you bitch."
Yeah,
That was awesome.
that was good. We never actually seen her do that before, show her ability. Lady Gray, before we get to Helena, Doris or Dolores.
Who's
Dolores.
Umbridge?
Dolores Umbridge. I think she was so easy to hate because I think we've all known people like that who are sugary sweet and act like they're so sweet and loving and everything, but in reality they're just rotten to the core. And that's why we kind of identified, she represented on a visceral level somebody we've known. Um, I know by the end of the movie, I wanted her to die more than Voldemort. I
Yeah.
wanted to Avada Kedavra than myself. Um, and the actress did a wonderful job making her so hateful that you just wanted to hate her. Um, and I guess we're coming back to Bellatrix, so I'll save that one.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Um,
Dolores Umbridge.
yes.
Oh my God. She's one of those people you just want to take her off and drop her off a very large cliff with a very deep ravine where she will never ever bother anybody ever again. And of course, one of my favorite scenes is when the centaurs take her away, and she's crying to Harry, telling her, uh, "Tell him I mean no harm," and Harry's going, "I
Mm,
can't tell no lie," and they just take
yes.
her away.
Yeah. A
And
good
oh
classic.
my God, yeah, it's too bad. Who knows what really happened to her in the end because she was still around for the last movie. Uh, I don't think she died, but hopefully they found some dark corner to stick her in forever.
Forever and evers. And when that's over, more evers. And we have one more character, Miss Carter. I'm going to go once again to Miss Patricia. In about 30 seconds or so, tell us what you think about her and her death.
She was a conniving lady, and she got what she deserved from Molly Weasley for trying to attack Ginny Weasley.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Definitely. Miss Liz.
Oh yeah, she was as insane as they get, and I think it had a lot to do with her being stuck in Azkaban as long as she was. I mean, she was evil before she went there, and it just brewed her and brewed her and brewed her. So when she got out of there, she was she was definitely a piece of work. And that's also one of my favorite scenes in all the movies is when Molly said, "Not my daughter, you bitch."
Mm. Miss Liz. A violent streak there. A violent streak. And I am going to go to the last person of the night on this lovely Halloween episode. The lady who actually came up with satisfying villain deaths for tonight, Lady Gray. Go for it.
I I mean Bellatrix was just batshit crazy. And I know being in Azkaban did some, but I think she was crazy before, and she was like a rabid dog. She needed to be put down. If she had been left alive, she would have just continued to cause damage. And I think what made it even more satisfying was the fact that in the wizarding world, she was like the worst evil because she was a racist in the wizarding world, where if you weren't born into a wizarding family, you didn't deserve to exist. If you were a muggle, you didn't deserve to exist. And so when you have somebody who's like that, it's very satisfying to see them get their comeuppance. And especially when it comes from sweet Molly Weasley, that was very satisfying. That was like the mom and all of us protecting our child
Yeah.
from the evil people in the world.
Okay. Okay. Lovely ending words to this lovely and villainous Halloween episode. We're about to do our shutdown. So you may see us sometime in November, December, you never know. But our next show planned when I did the weeks is going to be on January 9th. I would still like to keep it at 8 o'clock, everyone. Any final words for our last, maybe last show of the year, Miss Patricia?
Enjoy the holidays, enjoy your family and friends.
Lovely words, lovely words. Miss Liz.
Happy holidays, happy Halloween, happy Thanksgiving, happy Christmas, and
Happy birthday. It's be my birthday on December 9th. I just want to throw that out there.
And see you in 2025 if we don't see you sooner.
Okay, okay.
And uh, yay!
And Lady, thank you. And Lady Gray.
Everybody have a wonderful spooky Halloween. Don't eat too much at Thanksgiving. And whatever you celebrate in December, hope everything is wonderful and everybody stay safe and have a happy new year. And we'll see you in 2025.
Thank you, ladies. I enjoyed everything that we have done this year. We do have a live panel at Convivial, and that's going to be, I think, at the end of January, beginning of February. So if you enjoy the show and like to see us in person, please come out to that. It is in Williamsburg. And other than that, thank you everything. Thanks for being here. I appreciate all of y'all. Happy Halloween, and we will see y'all next year. Like and subscribe. Good night.